Hi there, thanks for joining me in Anne's Space. Last time I left you, we'd been hiking in the mountains in Morocco with the Intrepid trip. This time we're off to the coast and seeing lots of different things and some totally unexpected. So these are argan trees and they're self-sown, and we look a bit sad because of the drought.
But the argan is on the right side. You can
One's
see
in the fields.
Yes, left. So here is the argan, the green one you see on the right is argan.
So it's been a bit of a long drive since we left the jeet in the mountainous area, but now we stopped at an argan oil place. So I'll learn all about argan oil, which people often use in their hair. This is where we're going.
هتعودي معايا الديجوستاسيون منها؟
Do you remember what each one was?
Sorry.
That's the oil. That's from the flowers. That's from the seed, and then that is, I forget what that one was.
The butter.
Right. Yeah, that's that stuff they were making.
Thank you. Thank you.
Problems. So you can put the salads, tagines, pizza, honey from argan flowers. It's good for problems of throat and stomach, and the bourbon Nutella, it's energetic, and this is pure cosmetic oil for hair and skin.
So it's really interesting, all the stuff they have here. It's like they have the food where they grind the argan for soap and for eating and for oil. And then they have all the different natural herbs and spices and the roses. And yeah, we had that drink which had like a menthol that she dropped into it. So yeah, very, very interesting place to come and stop and see something that only grows naturally in this region. So here's the argan seeds, and this is what they use to grind them up to make it into the paste, and there's some of the other seeds. So we've arrived at Essaouira, the coastal town. They're windsurfing there and there's horses on the beach. Looks very flat, but it'll be nice to come down here later on and have a bit of a walk. So it's really windy here at Essaouira, but looks like we're within the Medina, so I'm just going to go under that, so I'll flip you around. So I haven't mentioned my brother, I don't think ever before in this on this channel, but he had a great story to tell me about driving through one of these arches. It wasn't here at Essaouira, it was in a different city, but they're not very big. If you're going to drive vehicles through, you've got to be super, super careful. But it looks like a nice little area. So it's nice to have accommodation that's near the coast. Well, it's always interesting when you come to a rooftop restaurant to see what the view is going to be like. This is actually a wonderful view. I think we've missed the sunset, but look at the view. That's pretty cool, hey? It was a delicious dinner, if somewhat expensive, especially seeing as I was still in Morocco. Well, good morning. Yes, my hair's a mess. There's no blue sky, but it's still a good day. We're in Essaouira and we're going to do a bit of a walking tour with a local guide, Rashid, and she will be showing us some interesting things. So that island behind me was a quarantine island. Two different things, cholera and something else, can't remember. And yeah, so, and also she explained why there's so many cats as they imported them because they had so many rats brought by the Europeans. So we're now going into the fish markets, and just pretend you can smell the fish market because it is what you can pretend to smell. Definitely picks up that fishy fragrance. So just as well they've got numbers on their boats because they all look the same. So that shell up there is shell of the pilgrims, Santiago de Compostela. So we'll be seeing a lot more of that shell in another few weeks. Another little alleyway. Yeah, really nice walking around the edges of the city and seeing all the beautiful doors. All the shop people are bringing all their wares out, setting up for the day, ready to make a killing with the tourists. And this is all part of the fortress. Rashid's going to tell us about it in a minute, but yeah, it's nice to be up here this time of day. One, before all the tourists, but two, because of the lighting. And of course, there's a canyon up here. And there we go, out on the top of the turret. Love the views back. And yeah, the sea mist, it's already starting to burn off. So yeah, a few cannons here. In fact, you could say there's lots of cannons here. All lined up, it's incredible. Darcy down there getting his pics. There we go, Michelle's got a little friend. You got a friend, Michelle? This would be cute no matter what country I was in. And of course the markets, like everywhere, there's all the markets, all the fresh produce. This one's a lot wider than a lot of them and it's not covered in, so yeah, we've got all sorts of things here. A big side of, I don't know, beef, I'm guessing. All sorts of people here. Fresh bread, of course, can you smell it? Then after looking around the markets for quite a while, following all the little streets, the laneways, getting all the different fragrances as we walked around, it was time for a bit of a change. So we went further afield and went into a silversmith's place, and that was really interesting watching them work. And hey, guess what? I even bought a few things.
Now the old one, as you could tell, the colors would be the colors of the Berber flag. Okay. The colors of the Berber flag: blue for the sky, green for the mountains, yellow for the desert, and red is the color of passion. That the Berber letter Z, the Berber emblem of freedom. Okay. Modern. These, I mean, those were recently discovered. Anyway, so there is another technique. You had this number here. I don't hold it because I'm clumsy. I don't go to it. But this dagger, this technique, we call it in rays. So this is how
this afternoon we've got some free time today, our first and only full day in Essaouira, and I'm up on the roof of the hotel we're staying. I think it's pronounced Hotel Sousa or something similar. I'll put the name somewhere here. It's right in the Medina of the city, so yeah, really nice. And I'll flip you around and show you some other rooftops. And there we are. Yeah, of course there's the mosque, some other rooftops, and this is the street we're on. Lots happening down there, although it's very quiet. I think perhaps it's siesta time. So I'm in the Medina and I'm actually in the centre of two different calls for prayer. You can probably hear them both. So depending on who is leading the call to prayer, it's a different person and they'll choose different parts of the Quran to use. So hence they're not in sync in any stretch of the imagination. So we're back to the fish market. It's all I've come on my own, and yeah, everything's happening now. Some catches have been brought in, all sorts of seafood, crabs, sea eggs, mussels, oysters. Hello. Wow, you got all sorts here. Yeah, oysters, crab, little crab, sea egg. Yeah. And lots of fresh fish. And over there we've got eels. I don't know where they get the eels from, but they're doing all the work here. Like, couldn't be fresher, right? Ooh, I hope I don't get splashed. Oh, isn't that creepy? Yeah, we eat some weird and wonderful things, right? And they're really good. They're keeping it all fresh, so that's from seawater. And yeah, lots of people are buying. They're getting it in the buckets. They take it away, and what they do is they take it to a restaurant, and that's where it'll get cooked. So this is all the ice, and they're packing the fish. And yeah, here they all are. They're doing their bartering. It's really fascinating. Just such a hub of activity. And goodness knows where they get trucked to. So yeah, they're all up there. They're working out the best price, even though I don't understand the language. So interesting. The first part of the port where I first came on, there was like tourists everywhere with their guides buying and free sampling and stuff. And then I came up this other end and there's virtually no tourists. And this is the area that I always like the best. Get away from the crowds, so yeah. There you go, another fishing boat coming in. Hopefully they've got a good catch. They've come in quite a bit later than a lot of the others, so yeah. And here we can see that Essaouira is actually this big bay that just wraps right around. And here's the port, and the city's actually in behind the port. And the water is actually, I'd say quite clean considering. And there's some trash, but it's not too bad. So they're getting ready to haul, I don't know what, but yep, maybe they're dropping it all down. I'm not really sure, can't tell. So of course I couldn't come to Essaouira without walking along the beach. And this is not the main beach that we drove past when we arrived yesterday. This is around the other side and it's just beautiful. There's the breeze, you can see by the hair. But yeah, I really like it. And back around this other way, behind me here, that's where we're staying. So yeah, really nice spot. Wouldn't want to live here, but certainly the beach is much nicer and cleaner than it was at Casablanca. So yeah, Essaouira gets a tick. Maybe a couple of nights is enough, but yeah, I definitely say come down here. And there again, people here are perfectly friendly. No one's pushing me, no one's hassling me, no sexual innuendos, which has been the same right across Morocco. Tomorrow, we're actually off to Marrakesh. It'll be interesting to see if that continues the trend that I've had in the rest of the country. And here's just a few more pictures from that surf beach. I really had a nice time wandering along down there. There was a few dogs running around, and that's always interesting, and other people taking photos. So yeah, probably spent a good half hour down there just enjoying the moment. Time for another walk along the beach. This is the other beach. This is well, I'm going to call it the main beach, the one that we drove along when we arrived yesterday. Much flatter, as you can see. Certainly no surf there. As you can also see, the wind has got up and yeah, tossing the hair. That's all right. Not a big issue. You're used to seeing my hair in all sorts of positions. So yeah, I'm going to walk along, see what I can see. I've heard that there's camels and horses down here, or perhaps I should be saying dromedaries. But anyway, let's go for this nice evening walk on the beach. And there is camels and horses and dogs on the beach in Essaouira. I love seeing them all strung together. And it's always going to remind me of when I rode camels in the Sahara. I just feel so lucky to have done that. And so lucky that the camels were so beautiful. Sorry, a bit windy. So, of course, the camel owner behind me wanted me to go for a ride. I'm always very honest with them. I tell them from the get-go, I'm not buying, I'm not riding your camel, I'm not riding your horse. And they're always so good. How many times have I said it? Oh, good morning. Today's a travel day, but different today. We're actually on a big coach. So we've all got allocated seats. So it's about 3 hours from Essaouira to Marrakesh, and we're gonna increase in temperature by about 10 degrees. Apparently in Marrakesh, it's a sultry 37 degrees. Oh my gosh, I thought I'd left all that behind. But no, it's hot there, and it's been beautiful and cool here, lovely breeze. So yeah, if you're tossing up whether to come to Essaouira, I'd definitely say yes, at least for a couple of nights, at least a day, enjoy the beaches. Anyway, better get going, we'll be getting on the bus. So come along for my trip to Marrakesh. So we've arrived in Marrakesh and we're going on our first excursion. We just had a nice lunch and we're on the edge of the Medina, but we're going to the palace first, the Bahai Palace. It's actually not a king's palace. It was where the advisor lived back in the 19th century because the Sultan was actually too young. He was only 12 years old. So yeah, the advisor lived here. So Danny's showing us around. So when you come into Intrepid, which is what this is, there's actually a vestibule. You don't actually walk directly into the area, and it gives the ladies time to leave the room because they dress differently inside their homes than what they do when they're out in the street. So there's a few rooms off this corner where the garden is, and this one here has the Jewish star just there, and the previous one we looked at had Arabic from the Quran. So when the French occupied this area, they actually added some things such as this fireplace and the mirrors. In Morocco, normally the mirrors are only in the bathroom. And there's the roof ceiling. And very, very thick walls, hence it's nice and cool in here. And another of the French fireplaces. Look at this. Beautiful. You can see when you get out here, it's another sort of courtyard. This would have been a fountain. So Danny's just explained there's 4 rooms off that large courtyard, and each for one of his concubines, and they're all treated equally, except apparently not the one who's in this room because she was the favourite. Yeah, so 4 rooms off this courtyard, one behind me and then the other 3. And this is so much hotter than where the garden was. And here's just a few more photos that I took inside the Riad. So they furnished out some of the rooms just so we could get an idea of what it was like when there was actually people inhabiting the buildings. So this is a totally crazy Medina. Okay, so here they're cooking lamb under the ground.
Have a look at the oven and out.
And yeah. So they are cooking in there, and there's one coming out right now. So they go in there. And the food's in these cooked and also in these earthen jars in the Hanam, which is where you go and have like your spa and so forth. And it's cooked with the ashes around it. It's called a tangier. And of course, we've got olives. What else would you have?
Would you like strong coffee or strong coffee?
Sounds good.
Strong?
So you got 2 options, strong coffee or strong coffee.
And the second is coffee from Yemen.
So he puts in the
You know why?
two different types
you know
of coffee.
why I use the ice
Arabica
water? Because
and
I
Yemen.
say that I didn't put Yemen
Onto
coffee.
the iced coffee. Iced water.
That's the Yemen.
So you can see what was in that cup is increasing in volume as it's gets hotter.
Shukran.
Alright.
Thank you so much. It's so kind. Thank you so much. Thank you.
So the idea is to have
Actually,
no bubbles when he pours it. And so underneath the sand is the gas flame.
With almonds?
So Danny put some sweets, sweet things to have without. So we've eaten out of lots of tagines, but I have never seen actually how they cook them. So they put the fire in under there, and yeah, I'll lose the group. Better hurry up. So this is amazing. Absolutely, I have not seen this in a Medina before, where they're actually working. This is fantastic. So this is the blacksmith's area. Wow, you wouldn't want a fire to break out, would you?
Come out to look at the it's
Yeah. And another different area. This is all the raffia. I mean, I think of all the Medinas and souks and markets that I've been to, this probably is the best because it's the most diverse. In certain areas it's crowded, but not all the time. And you've actually got the artisans, the craftsmen here doing the work, which we certainly haven't seen in the others, right from when I first started in Morocco, in Casablanca.
Make it so nice, yes, make it so nice barbecue.
It's like a lathe. He was actually making this chess set. I was blown away by the skill. There they go, squeezing through the crowds, squeezing through the merchandise. I think it's best that I let him go in front, right? So even if I hadn't been told, I'd know we were coming into a spice place because the smell is just amazing. So this is the royalty.
And also for the blood circulation, like we get cold hands and cold feet, even if in summer. The side of it, not this, okay?
It's another cool building. Oh, I love all these buildings. Maybe I'll build one back home. I wonder if I can find the builder to build a Riyadh. The crazy streets of Marrakesh. Taxi, taxi, taxi. Horses, horses, horses. It's just crazy. Very, very busy here. I do like these Riyadhs slash hotels. They're just wonderful, beautiful fountain, and have a look at how far it actually goes up. This one's the tallest I've been in. Is that cool or what? Well, good morning. Yes, this is the last full day of my Intrepid tour. But whilst I say that, it's actually a free day, and I think I'm going to have pretty much the day to myself. Everyone's doing their own thing this morning. So my first thing I've got to do is go to the bus station and get tickets. So that's what I'm going to do, and I'm going to check out some of the neighbourhood while I'm at it. So come along, let's do our chores and then our fun time. So Marrakesh is so different from anywhere I've been. It's quite different from Casablanca and all the much smaller towns that we travelled through with Intrepid. And of course there's still the kitty cats. Look at this one. Oh, hello kitty. Yeah, I talk to every single one. At least here they've got some trees to run up. But yeah, little alleyways and much noisier. Like it's a big city. So it's already warming up. It's only 8:30, yeah, and as you can see the traffic's really busy. I'm going to go across the road here. It's a bit hard to see the sun, but that's the Royal Theatre. So it's a big intersection here, and that's the station. I've just bought my tickets for my train tomorrow. That was very easy. That's good. So I just went into this National Theatre. Only one there, a couple of men sitting outside looking at their phones. It's amazing to be in those buildings and totally on your own. And I did take a variety of photos, which I'll add in after this video. And I thought the inside and the other side was pretty nice on the Theatre Royal, but I just noticed a gate that was slightly ajar, so I went through it, and this is the other side of the National Theatre. Oh, very nice building. And the gardens are okay too. It's all fully enclosed and most of the gates are locked, except for the one that I came through. So Marrakesh is known for its beautiful gardens, and I just stumbled across some, and so I'm having a bit of a wander around. And there, look, really quite beautiful, and I love the cactuses. Some of them are in flower. I'm not sure if you can notice. I'm trying to be a little discreet, not quite sure on the photography rules in here. So these are actually the Nain El Hati gardens. There's lots of students here. There's a school just across the road, and they're just chilling. And there's a few people lying on benches sleeping. A busy intersection, and we have the horse and cart. It's crazy. Look at it, all the traffic. And yeah, those poor horses. It's like when I was in Vienna. Oh, I really don't like seeing it. I mean, there's just so much traffic. Well, after wandering around some busy streets, watching the traffic, finding some interesting art galleries, photographic and paint, I've come into the Cyber Gardens. Just as peaceful as those gardens I went to earlier. So I'll flip you around and show you what it really looks like. Yeah, it's just beautiful. It's so cool in here. Like, you get off the pavements and it's like being in a different world, although yes, as you'll hear, the motorbikes are all in the background. But yes, Marrakesh is to be commended on these beautiful green areas that have been incorporated in the city. I was just reading about Kutubia Mosque, which is what this mosque is. And it's said to definitely look at it from all angles, so that's what I'm going to do. And apparently it's a good visual marker to relocate yourself when you're wandering around the souk, which I'm going to do shortly. I did it yesterday with the group, and today I'm just going to meander. Look what I just found. Little turtle with a lettuce in the souk. So I've been wandering around the souk for, I don't know, a couple of hours now. I've gone into a couple of the spice shops. Very persuasive young men. They're rather friendly, rather lovely to spend some time with. And I'm really clear again, no, not buying, just looking. But look at this, this is another palace behind me. So yeah, it's amazing. Like, I was just here a minute ago and there was no one here. So it's amazing that you can be in a really big area, come around the corner and it's just no one. So I'm going to carry on and I'm guessing I won't go into the palace. So this is the Badia Palace. Look at the thickness of those walls.
And also
That's
the
huge.
As I told you, they put it level. And here, we're gonna not go inside because you've seen that. So all that used to be covered with gold. And I think you've seen a picture downstairs.
Yes.
Which was with gold.
It was indeed.
That's why they call it the Golden Palace.
Yeah.
So even if I'd wanted to, I'm actually too late. This place closes at 5 o'clock. I think it would have been worth a visit. It was only 30 dirhams, so yeah, it's a shame it is 5 o'clock, but never mind, I've had a quick look. And yeah, it's another cool old palace, and I like that it's in disrepair. Well, good morning. It's a travel day today. I'm outside the really beautiful Marrakesh railway station. It's not goodbye Morocco yet. I've got a couple of trains to catch to my last city in Morocco. So keep watching because there's just a little bit more. But I am on my own now. I've got my new pack on. Yeah, it's a bright orange one. Not sure if it color coordinates with my maroon one, but I like it. So yeah, it'll be a quiet day today, sitting on the train, doing some editing. So once again, I hope you enjoyed my video of my travels on my own and also with the Intrepid group. Here's just a few more photos that I took as I wandered around. Yeah, it's amazing what you see as you walk, and I've enjoyed sharing it. So until next time, bye for now.